Is it honesty or is it habit?
You can make honesty a habit, can't you? I think it's probably habit, but I think I don't think they're mutually exclusive so much. I think they both be both. I think it can be both. I think it's not a bad thing to make honesty a habit. I mean, honesty in the sense of, don't be rude. I feel like you got to be honest, but then don't just say exactly what you think potentially. you know. And the other thing is as well, we talk about honesty. I think the thing for me as well is it's like it's honest from us. We of course won't be so open as to expose others who are in the scenario or have lost Mike or whatever, or speak about other people. It's honest about ourselves, innit? That's what I like. So there's certain things I've held back.
Yeah,
and not said. You could say that's not honest, but it's probably not the most like for me. It's not a good thing to share stuff that other people might not want to have shared. So it's honest about the feelings and emotions and stuff. But I think in terms of the question, if it's honesty or habit, that was the question, wasn't it? I think it could be just both. We've created a weekly habit of being honest. So I'd say both.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? What was your sort of thoughts on that?
I think that, similar to you, that I think we consciously made it a habit. Let's be real, prior to this, we knew each other, we were close.
I hadn't seen each other for what, maybe... Well, from the wedding, which was maybe 4 years ago, 5, 6?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 7?
I think it's 6, 7.
Yeah,
I think it's 6, 7.
I've been in Australia for about a year, yeah, so yeah.
So, we didn't have that relationship, and we both, when we lost Mike, we both had that conversation early on. You said, I'm all in, let's do this, and I was the same. But yeah, I think we made it. But this is what Mike did. Like we spoke about it in previous episodes. Like he would talk about his lowest moments, and I always found that brave, and I always thought, I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it was unnatural for us to start. I mean, if you look back at the first ones, no one really knows, I suppose, but we did do a first episode. We did do a first episode before, which we called to ourselves the pilot.
Yeah.
Where essentially the idea was, I think I said to you, I've got this like media podcast room in the building. Do you want to come down, have a chat, and then we just record it, see where it goes? And that's what we did. We could maybe post that one day, because we realised, didn't we, that we had that chat, but it was like, it felt rushed. And we were just trying to talk about Mike and who he was. And there's no way you could have done that in the time it took, like in terms of a small window of time that you have to record. And then we were trying to talk about like the funeral and all these different things. So I can't remember what your first point was. I just lost track. What was your point you just said then? Sorry. I always do this, don't I?
Yeah. And I've just...
Well, I can carry on then. We could just go free flow it in that sense. But we had that pilot episode we didn't post, and we've got that for us. But then after that session, we were like, oh, this could be something, because we realized we had more to talk about than just that one chat. That was a lesson, not just for the podcast conversation, in life. One conversation probably wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It needs to be regular. So almost like these regular, talking helps, but I think it needs to be regular talking that helps the most over time. Similar to everything else, the daily having the juice builds up over 6 months, builds up over 12 months, has a big impact. Maybe one conversation every 10 years probably doesn't have the same impact as what you would do if you're having a conversation weekly or as regularly as possible that has that overall benefit. And I think we learned that in that pilot where we were trying to just talk it and realise actually we could talk every week on this.
Yeah, well, there was a few things about that pilot. There was obviously the nerves. It was unnatural for us. And because of that, what I noticed is we were almost trying to fill the silence rather than think about what we were saying.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just realised that we were jumping from one thing to the other. And it goes back to like...
It's probably a reflection of the adrenaline that was happening at the time as well.
Yeah.
Like just flight thing. It was just like...
Yeah. I think that's a better description, to be fair, than what I was going to say, is we were very much in fight or flight, and mixed with the nerves and the pressure of where we currently were, and then we just kind of realised that we needed to create a calmer space.
Yeah, we just got into a groove now with it, haven't we? Like we know, like we've got into the thing where we just know we just come in, set up, get coffee, do all these different things, and sit down and chat. Whereas then it was just so alien. It was almost like I don't know what to do to make myself feel better. I don't know what I can do. I felt I needed to just take action and do something rather than just sitting there. And that for me, like, was just something that I had that idea. Of course, as you know, I sat down the week after and a few weeks after and made that track sampling his voice. And so I did a lot of creativity in terms of music and stuff, which helps because you're sort of getting your emotions into a creative format of a track or music. But then I felt that's something I've always done, and I felt I needed to do something. And that was just something that I was like, let's do that. Yeah. But it's definitely now in a place where it's just like, come in, bam, go.
Yeah.